Hello, welcome to the Veggie Mama channel, and my name is Blessed Daniels, and today I am going to make sweet potato pie, vegan, gluten-free sweet potato pie. So the first thing you'll need is granola. You can use gluten-free graham cracker, but since I already had some of this, I decided to use the granola. It tastes just enough. I'm using around 2 cups. I'm making 2 pies, and I'll just add some more if I need to. Okay. It's not on. And this is how it should look. Sort of like that. I'm going to grind it up a little more, but I'm going to add some butter. This is Earth Balance soy-free butter, and I'm going to add around 1/3 of a cup. Maybe a little bit more than 1/3 of a cup. And I'm going to grind that. Okay, and it will look like this. I can tell that this is probably not enough for my pie, but it started to clump up. So now I'm going to add, now the granola is already sweet, but butter kind of took away some of the sweetness by adding the saltiness. So I'm going to add around 1/4 of a cup of sugar. This is cane sugar. And grind it up again. Okay, and I'm just gonna try the, okay, this crust is going to be a little bit more crunchy, and it's sweet. So that means the potatoes don't have to be as sweet. So I'm going to put my crust in my pan. And just smush it out. Again, this is basically a homemade graham cracker crust. It's just not graham cracker, but granola. I find that granola / graham cracker crusts, I just like them better. I always like that crackery sweetness. And here are my finished crusts, and I'm just going to put them away to the side until I am finished. Okay, now I'm going to make the filling. Now, the first thing you're going to need is cashews. If you're allergic to nuts, you can use extra soft tofu. The best brand would be Morinu. When you're using cashews, though, if you're making a sauce or something sweet, you should soak them in hot water. I've been soaking this for around 10 minutes. Cashews get soft very easily. You could soak it, overnight. I just used warm water for this. Okay, so I rinsed my cashews. I have water. And what I'm doing is I'm just going to put all my spices for my filling in with the cashew cream. So water, I'm using For the first round, half a cup of water. A teaspoon of salt. And I find that with pies, it's best if you just kind of add as you taste, because they can change with just a little bit of spices. This is nutmeg. I just did a little dash. Too much nutmeg is not good for you. Ground cloves. Again, just a dash. You never want too much. Coriander seed, grounded. Again, just a dash. And you know what this is? Okay, this is Parmesan, ground again. And again, you just want a pinch of this. And allspice. Maybe half a teaspoon. Vanilla powder. I'm going to use, I'll say 1.5 teaspoon. You really can't go wrong on vanilla powder. It's just really good. Some cinnamon here. I'm probably using half a teaspoon. You can always add more. You don't want too much cinnamon because then it will overpower your filling. Yes, your filling. But just enough is excellent. I'm going to put half of this sugar in here. I'm just gonna, keep on tasting it. And here's something important right here. Oranges. I just started putting oranges in my fillings because it tastes really good. So I'm going to put this much of the peel in it. And then I'm going to cut it open and put some juice in it. This is not very juicy. That was probably 1/8 of a cup. And I'm gonna blend. I have my taster spoons here. I'm liking it. Very sweet, but my potatoes will make up for it. This is 4 chopped, cooked, actually they're baked, potatoes. You can use canned, but I think fresh potatoes just taste a lot better. And I'm putting it in the cream because it's just a lot easier. I'm just going to add a little bit of potatoes at a time to help my blending easier. Okay, and this needs help. One thing always kind of annoyed me with making sweet potato pie is that you always have to just keep on helping it along. There's just one thing I forgot to add. I'm going to add half a cup of butter. And there's not many people who do not like butter on their sweet potatoes or just regular potatoes, and I'm one of those people. So butter does add very good flavor to our filling. Ooh. Okay. It's all done. When I added the potatoes, I went through all my spices and put just a little bit more in there, because after you put the potato in there, it kind of dulls all the tastes of the spices. I strongly believe that making pies and cakes, one of the most important things to do is you have to taste it, because or else you won't know, how it's going to taste. Also, special note on the cream. You do not have to use cream. If you're allergic to nuts and soy, you can just not use cream. But I find that the cream makes it taste creamy. It's just really good. So if you have the ability, please use cream. So I'm just going to put filling into my pie. This is an art. An art that takes many Thanksgivings to master. And Christmases. I should be a French chef. I don't think they make pumpkin pies. Wait, they're not pumpkin pie. I don't think they make sweet potato pies. There we go. And I have my other pie. And this is how it looks right before it goes into the oven. I'm going to bake these at 350 for 45 minutes. Well, I baked them for I don't know, maybe more than an hour, but after 45 minutes, you just need to check it. And that is pumpkin pie. Now I'm going to make heavy whipped cream for the pies. And I'm going to make it out of coconut milk or cream. Yeah, cream. Okay, I'm using a can of coconut milk. This is Imperial Dragon. I find that most coconut milks kind of taste the same. Some of them just don't flow the way others do. I also like this one because the can is so pretty. It's just so blue and awesome and imperial. Oh, I love it. Okay, so what you want to do is flip your can over, like so. And using, what are these called? Can openers, yes. Using can openers, you'll just puncture two sides. Actually, sometimes it's easier to make a, I do not like when these things don't work. Make a bigger puncture just to help you along. Okay, so it's all punctured. And I'm going to pour the water out. Isn't that so cool? The first time I saw that, I was just like, that is amazing. just clear coconut gel. Ah. Oh. This is so fun. One important detail I forgot to mention. The coconut milk has been in the fridge for a day, 2 days, 3 days, more than a day. And that is important. Although, since it's going to go in the fridge again, not extremely important, but important. It's one of those things that are like hugging the line. This one hasn't been in the fridge that long, so it's going to be soupy a little bit. Yeah. Okay, so I am simply going to open the can. It's best if all your tools are like kind of cold. You just put them in the freezer. But that is so much work. So I just use regular, regular tools. Since it's been in the fridge this long, you'll see that it is like that. That is just so cool. I mean, how cool is that? And there you have it. I mean, you could eat it like this, but it doesn't really taste like anything. Okay, you have confectioner sugar. You can buy your own confectioner sugar, or you can make it. Since we used cane sugar, I made it. It looks white. A little problem with that. If you want creamy, and when I say creamy, I mean creamy white cream, don't use this because sugar is slightly brown, and that's kind of the color that you're going to get. But against something orange like our pie, you won't really notice, and it tastes awesome. Took it out, and this is what it looks like. It's kind of hard, like so. You just like mash it up, but the texture is going to kind of be ruined by me putting this soupier cream in there. This hasn't been in the fridge as long. Oh, messed up my thing. It's okay. All's good. Just kind of beat it up. I also made my own confectioner sugar. One thing with this is that it makes it's not really white, and it makes the cream brown. I mean, not brown so that you could really see it, but just not the purest, pure wedding white. Actually, no, wedding dresses aren't really that white. I mean, I've seen beige wedding. Oh, that's besides the point. Okay, I am putting like 1 cup. Those 2 cans were actually 13.5 fluid ounces, which would be 8 and like a half cups. I'm putting around 1 cup of this into my mixture. Also, as I said, you cannot go wrong with vanilla powder. I mean, come on, guys. It's good. They make soaps out of it. Deodorants, colognes. Yeah, it's just good. So, vanilla powder. I'm putting around, 1 I'll say maybe tablespoon of vanilla powder. This vanilla powder is very important. You can do without it, but it just tastes so good. Oh man, I cannot stress to you how good it tastes. And I will just whip this up. Now, if you're going to serve this right away, I do not advise for you to use soupy milk, coconut milk, because then it's just like, you know, wow, we're putting that on our pie. I don't know, I'll just go with the real heavy whip. No, that's not what you want. So you'll just, I am keeping this in the fridge for like a day, 2 days. Well, we'll have Wednesday and Thursday, so a day. And it's, what you want to do is keep it in the back of your fridge. And it will thicken, my friends. I tell you, it will thicken. Also, make sure it's nice and smooth, because, again, you do not want lumpy cream. That is just not something you want. While this lovely thing's in the fridge, what you want to do is check it. I remember the first time I made this. I was trying it while I was making it. I was like, oh, this is so good. And I over-checked it. You know, it didn't do anything for it. You know, you're supposed to taste it. Seriously. But, like, half of the cream was gone after I finished checking it. So, yeah, don't over-check it. But, I don't know, maybe every once in a while, you just want to go in there and whip it up some more. Just to, you know, keep it nice and smooth. So I'm just going to transfer this to my container and put it in the fridge and check it a whole lot.